hi, Gapinooer, what is going on? Welcome. Happy Monday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi, and I am somebody who used to work in the corporate world, um, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, no joke, until my pancreas quit on me and left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. I don't know if you've ever been there, but that was not good times. Not good times. And so now I help you, um, same as I help me, start a side gig online and grow it using social media. So if that is you, if that resonates with you, drop the word me in the comments and I'll get back with you after this live. What's going on? So I have an interesting topic for you tonight. The title of this live was pretty interesting, right? Buying a Lambo could help your neighbor pay rent. How is that possible, right? Now, when you see somebody who drives an exotic car, okay, you it's probably safe to say you automatically think of, well, this guy's got money, this gal has got money. Uh, oh, they're lucky, they're rich, they're wealthy, they this, they that, right? And then all these thoughts start to process in your mind, um, going all over what you see, the actual visual of what's at the forefront, right? So you look at the car, you're like, yeah, this is a fancy car. This guy or this girl is wealthy. They do this, and that's not their only car. There's people out there who have no money. There's people who don't even have a car, and here's this guy buying himself a Lambo or a Ferrari or this or that. And at the first glance, for a very brief moment, I would say that may be true. That may be somewhat true. You may think to yourself, yeah, you know what? You don't really need a Lamborghini. You could do well with a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi. Um, you're fine. You don't have to have such an exotic, expensive car, right? Because who would that really benefit, right? Because immediately when you see somebody driving a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, you're thinking, the rich get richer, the rich get luckier, right? That's not their only car. And automatically you're thinking, well, the rich get richer, the rich got money, lucky for them. There are people who have no cars. These thoughts keep processing back and forth in your mind. And I'll tell you one thing that hopefully will change your mind, will flip your thinking. And that is, I'm going to ask you a question. The person who puts the screw on at the factory, the person who actually puts the seats into the car, the person who installs the speaker system, the person who installs the carpeting or paints the car, who are all those people? They work on exotic cars. Who pays for them if you don't buy that exotic car? If that exotic car brand goes out of business, what happens to those guys? The factory workers that were working at places like that. They were paying their rents, their mortgages. They were putting their kids to college. Who pays for them? So You're saying these guys don't deserve to work in a factory where they make exotic cars? They should only work for factories that they make regular cars? What about the people who build ridiculous mansions? What about them? So are you saying that the rich shouldn't build those because there's people in Africa who don't have bread? Well, what about all the construction workers? What about all the people that contribute to building a mansion? Do you think that they are all wealthy and they're doing that for fun? Or are you also paying their rent, their mortgages, putting their kids to school? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Right? No, that's not how it is. It's not only about the rich getting richer, rich affording more, and there's people who are hungry. Can't think like that. There's people who put that stuff together. There's people who mow the grass. There's people who clean the pools that these wealthy people may have. Somebody does these jobs. There's somebody who cleans their home. And because it's a bigger home, they have a bigger paycheck and they help more people, their families. So just being one sided completely in your thinking that, hey, buying an exotic car, buying this house, buying this mansion, building this, enjoying like dinner, expensive dinner out. Who do you think are the chef and the busboys and the waiters and the waitresses? You don't think you going to that restaurant, you're helping them pay their bills? That's silly thinking. That's silly thinking, isn't it? Because that waiter that works at the fancy schmancy steakhouse, he or she's got expenses, family, college, payments, whatever. So you going there, you be willing to spending more money on dinner than getting McDonald's or at home, you're helping that kid out too. Or maybe somebody who's been at that steakhouse as a waiter for 10 years. How do you think he put or she put their kids through school or built a home for themselves? Through that, right? So to think that one sidedly is just so destructive because it takes you out of the zone that you can have more and you can become more and you can do more with when you have more. It takes you out of that zone because you don't want to be in that zone because you're thinking every worst person is greedy. They're buying exotic cars. Yeah, they're buying exotic cars for them, for having fun, maybe status, whatever it may be. But don't forget, some factory workers, middle class, low class, are putting those bolts together, are painting these cars, putting the seats inside, installing stereos, and you're paying for those families. So I want you to expand your mind and think just beyond this superficial stuff and be real about it. So, with that, hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. I always go back and check out no matter which platform: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. Let's go. And if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, if you know somebody who needs to hear this, should hear this, tag them to it, share it with them, and let's spread the love. Let's go. I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who used to work 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, in an office cubicle world until my pancreas shut down on me, left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. Nothing. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it does not feel very good. And so now I help folks to start a side gig online and grow it using social media. So if that's you, drop the word me in the comments. I got you. I'll get back with you after this live. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.